Damn, son, where'd you find this?
1, 2. I ran down the road, pants down to my knees, screaming, please come help me. That Canadian shaman gave a little too much to me. I'm riding on because it's never been done before. Oh, the first house that I saw, I wrote house up on the door. Lord, it told the people who lived there they had to get out, cause my reality is realer than yours. There's no time in the present. Duh! Oh, and there's a black dog on the bed. Oh, I went to the backyard naturally to burn my own clothes. Oh, and the dog went out and said you can't turn nothing into nothing. This with me no more. Well, I'm no doctor, not yet. Oh, but then my monkey might be right. Oh, and if he is, I'll be walking in my whole life. He said you're gonna have to drown me down on the beach if you ever want to write the reel. And I said I'd love to. But young man, what was your name again? Huh? Now everywhere I go in West Hollywood, it's filled with people pretending they don't see the actress, and the actress wishing that they could. Do ayahuasca or whatever, but baby, if I wasn't holding all these drinks, real drinks. Now something about the way Violet whips her hair still makes me empty my pockets, holding cold in the corner, burning 20 cents if I was the mayor. I don't need any new friends. Scarlet, Violet, whatever, I could really use something to do. Oh, so if you're up for some time, I swear you wouldn't have to be my muse. Oh, whoa, wow. Oh, Heidegger and Sartre, drinking poppy tea. Whoa, I could have sworn last night I passed out in my van. Now these guys are pouring one for me. I never leave the canyon. Why would I? Oh, and I'm surrounded on all sides. Oh, by people writing novels and living lives that look like
mine. Yowza.
Oh my goodness.
Wowzers.
Father John Misty live.
Leave right now.
KEXP. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay. I've got 18 more verses about this morning. I'd like to carry on now. Another drink and punch me in the face. You can call me Nancy. Every man wears a symbol. Oh, and I know I've got mine. I've got my right hand stamped in the concentration camp where my organ screams, slow down, man. Oh, let me tell you, how was I to know milk and honey flow? Yeah, just a couple states below. Right here.
Father John Misty live on KEXP, playing tonight at Numos here in Seattle, and a brand new album called Fear Fun, which I love, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you very much. And welcome back to Seattle. I want to say welcome home.
Yeah, I got a lot of those.
We're glad to have you. And Josh, I'd love it if you could introduce this cast of characters you got with you.
These homeless people?
Yes.
This is Benji Lysat on guitar. Jeff Ramuno, Jeffertiti on bass, Kevin Robinson on drums, Kyle Flynn on the keys, and Dixie Darley on the totally extraneous guitar. How did you get in here?
I don't know. I think someone let me in.
Well, you all sound great together.
Yeah, they do sound good.
And Josh, after nearly a decade with 7 solo records as Jay Tillman and a handful of other projects you've been working on, you've emerged with a full band and as Father John Misty. And it's kind of a bold leap, I'd say, sonically and artistically. You got a multi-layered album that's very dense and a lot of diversity. Tell me a little bit about that transition.
Well, I think it's at some point I was just kind of like trying to play catch up with, the Jay Tillman records were something that I started when I moved here at like age 21. And I think I'm very obstinate, and I can't, making like 2 or 3 records a year, etc. But at some point, I realized that I had really kind of outgrown that original idea or that aesthetic sensibility that was really attractive to me at 21, and it was just kind of bizarre having to answer for these choices that I had made at 21 while my own kind of musical ambitions continued to kind of grow and become increasingly more frustrated with this thing. And I don't know, it is sort of like this album is like a kind of a retroactive, like, shoot, it's so hard to explain massive aesthetic shifts in a way that's interesting. But
well, Jay Tillman
you
was
get the gist. You talk to a lot of musicians. You've heard this before.
Well, Jay Tillman was a very serious fellow, and you have a wicked sense of humor, and it's almost as if you've let your freak flag fly with Father John Misty.
Yeah, I mean, well, when I was growing up, I was really I was really vain, and I think I really wanted to be taken seriously, and I think I really outgrew that that impulse to kind of, when I was 21, I wanted to be perceived as like a 40-year-old like alcoholic, truck driving, something, you know what I mean, like. And that's make-believe, that's more or less make-believe, and which is really fun to play for a while, and the younger you are, the more fun it is. And this thing, I know that for a lot of people, this thing kind of smacks of make-believe, and when all you have to go on who I am as a person is these records, which are like very curatorial, like only really revealing certain aspects of myself. But I don't know, I had a funny kind of, funny in like a devastating way, realization. I think on the last Jay Tillman tour, the between song banter was like going over infinitely better than the songs were, which was, sobering. But I realized like there are things that you're good at and you can't choose, like. So I would just see people's eyes kind of glaze over once the Dungeons and Dragons music commenced during these shows, and then once they were over, people were kind of waiting to see what I was going to say, and I thought, well, whether you like it or not, your skill set is over here, But it was a while before that gestated into like a new style of writing, etc. And this novel that I wrote was really key to that, like accessing my conversational voice musically. Yeah.
You've always been a great songwriter, but it's interesting, maybe ironic, that some of the most personal and honest music you've ever written, you're writing under a moniker.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I had kind of defamed my own name at some point, like that was, if I had just picked up a guitar at age 29 and started writing songs, I probably would have just gone by Josh Tillman or something, but I had loaded that name with all kinds of abstractions that I didn't want to live with anymore. So yeah, I like that a lot. I like that you can make records for 10 years under your name and really not say anything meaningful about yourself. Like I was speaking to this person that I wanted to be perceived as, which is like an alter ego, and that's kind of the innate mega gag to this whole thing, is that it's the alter ego thing is such a red herring, and you have to like, in order to access like the music's meaning, you have to completely do away with the fact that a name means anything really. And I have a pretty morbid sense of humor, and I like the just kind of the patently ridiculous nature of the name,
Well, I see more of the real you in this performance under the alter ego than I've ever seen before.
Yeah, and when you're watching it, you're not trying to reconcile like this complete completely fabricated persona or anything. It is, that's completely wiped away by just the person. And I like subverting like identity assumptions or something. It's fun. But like the Letterman thing, like the dancing and whatever. People that have known me forever have seen me dance like that for years. I mean, that's like part of that kind of goofiness is part of who I am. So it's so much fun to just like incorporate what I'm obviously an incredible dancer. So
Obviously.
but to just like incorporate that in a like in a way that it's like the revenge of the 8-year-old me or something. The one that was like pre vanity distortions in one's 20s or whatever.
Well, whatever you're doing, it's speaking
whatever.
to...
I don't know. Yeah.
It's speaking to a wide audience. After you did the Letterman show, my mom called me up. She was so excited to turn me on to this new
nice.
artist that she
great.
was sure was going to be huge. And I had to burst her bubble saying, well, he's from Seattle, so
Nice.
I do know him. But speaking to a wide audience with your new music, it's so enjoyable.
Oh, thank you.
Can you do another couple songs?
Yes.
Father John Misty's live in the KEXP studios. The new album Fear Fun playing tonight at Numos with his fabulous
This
band.
is called Well, You Can Do It Without Me. There's a comma in there. Yep. Sword in your dreams at night and feel inspired to assign me up to the front line. We'll give the order to storm the border without me. If they tell you you're a genius but you need some proof, ask anybody on the payroll to go out with you. If they avoid you, they'll award you. Definitely. Nobody that's around you seems to get it right. How hard is it to follow just a few guidelines and a smile? Oh, while you do it. Oh, if you want a page written about you in the book, but you need a food tester because you cursed the cook, I'll take some wine, but you can dine without me. Without me, who would let you play God and make believe that all the blasphemy was coming only from me? But the king won't die. I can occupy the queen, but that's for her and I can do her, and you'll be ruler without me. Oh, na na na. Oh, 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 oh,
Father John Misty live on KEXP.
We'd like to play just another song for you all. Another latte sip and jam. Be sure to support KEXP, by the way. I got actually asked to do. I did this ridiculous like drive time radio DJ impression at a KCRW the other morning, and before I knew it, they had me like in the DJ booth recording like 6 promos for the station. Like, you're listening to KCRW. This is Father John Misty. Like, just like 10 of them. So now.
There's no end to the backup jobs you have if the music thing doesn't work out.
Yeah, and now probably I have invited that upon myself again. So if you guys need any like ridiculous satirical fundraising spots,
you'll hook us up.
I'm your dude.
All right. Well, you've just marked your schedule out for the next couple hours this afternoon. I hope you didn't have any other plans.
All right, cemetery?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, girl, what are people gonna think when I show up to one of several funerals I've attended for Grandpa this week? With you, with me, someone's gotta help me dig. Oh, someone's gotta help me dig. Jesus Christ, girl, hasn't been long, so it seems, since I was picking out an island and a tune for you at the Hollywood Cemetery. You kissed on me. We should let this dead guy sleep. Oh, we should let this dead guy sleep. Jesus Christ, girl, I laid up 4 hours in a day.
Nice. It's Father John Misty live on KEXP tonight, playing at Numos, the new album Fear Fun. Thank you all so much for coming by.
Thanks, Cheryl.
It's great to see you. You guys sound great.
Thank you.
Want to thank Kevin Suggs, our wonderful engineer. You're listening to KEXP Seattle.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?